Okay, session 31 of Carrion Crown. Yay! Hopefully no power outages this time.
Mm.
Okay, you all had just arrived in Caliphus and encountered a headless horseman demanding that you give back the mace. And we were just starting the second round of combat. Anna and the horseman had taken some damage.
Someone greased a horseman.
Yes, I had forgot about the damn grease. And Anna, I don't know where we were at, but you're up on the combat tracker, so we'll just start with you.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, alright, so the H is the horseman, N is the name here, okay.
And I'm assuming they're on the same spot.
What's the red around them? Is that, some kind of area of effect thing, or just their
Uh,
presence, or what?
yeah, that's like their threat range.
Okay. Alright, actually, I think I would like to, back up just a little bit, so I'll be a little farther out of their range, and keep using my bow.
Ooh, looks like all of them missed.
Yeah. Oh well.
Okay. And let's see. The nightmare is gonna rear back and it's going to do a full attack. And that sounded like a crit in there.
But it didn't confirm.
Damn it. And what did I get you on? The hooves. The flaming hooves of this horse. And yeah, it was full attack. And does anyone remember what the DC on the grease was?
No, I can't even remember who greased you. I think it was Gruka.
13.
Yeah, hopefully that will be easy enough. Oh, yes, very easy. He manages to stay seated on the horse, and he is going to whip his flail at Kyrus, and it does hit. Have a little bit of damage with a little bit of fire damage.
Right, I got resist 10.
Yeah, it's factored in your partial resistance there. See.
Uh, how much resistance do you have?
10.
Yeah, that's right. Cause yeah, it did take out the fire damage resistance, so it did lower it.
Yeah, because I have 5 and it lowered it for me too.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and burn another 2 uses of my channel energy to channel smite. Awesome. He's going to take 10d6. So where would I add all that together?
If you just click on your damage from your, let's see, that was a scimitar, and damn it.
Yeah, that's a scimitar roll, I guess, but the other one's the smite.
And let's see.
And it should be an additional 66 plus 11 is my domain. Lets me add my cleric level to my channel. He does get a save, but he doesn't add his channel resistance to it.
He doesn't.
He does not.
That's will save, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
And what's the DC on that?
It's either 18 or 17.
Okay,
Whichever if we
he
round up or not.
he failed. And that's smite that we need to add to you.
Yeah, it should really be
How many
an
times
additional.
how many times can you smite per day?
It just uses up 2 uses of my channel energy. I have
Okay.
7 channel energy so far, but I
Yeah,
have to burn 2 to channel smite.
yeah, it's different than smite evil.
So I'm going to give you an effect. Now I need
It should be 66 plus 13. That's 11, plus 11 for my level, and then plus 2 for the Bane Undead.
and
Is,
smite adds
damage.
2d6.
Well, this uses my channel energy.
Okay. So it does the same damage as channel energy, right?
Correct.
Um, yeah, when you want to use smite instead, you can go down and if you'll click on the magnifying glass beside channel energy, you've got the 66 plus the 66 plus 11.
Bam!
So I need to negate the first 10 since you re-rolled, right? Yeah.
was just the weapon damage and the Bane Undead.
Oh, never mind. I got it. Sorry.
That's all right.
Okay. I'm caught up now.
Okay, one more time, and then that'll be me.
And Darius is paralyzed in fear.
Okay, so the horseman's on top of the nightmare, so I don't have to.
Yes, the horseman is on top of the nightmare.
Okay, I'm gonna smite evil the horseman. On baby crit. Pray to Sarenrae for good guiding my sword. You suck, Sarenrae. Woohoo, a hit. My smite evil didn't work on it. This thing is evil and undead, right? Oh, I know it did. Yeah, it did. 41 damage there, sorry. 1 second. I can only do my first damage hit, can only have the double. And my last swing. No!
Didn't confirm. Ha 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 ha.
And that ends my turn.
Oh, holy shit. Power attack.
Yeah, because I still have the first half of Smite Evil on them. I just don't have the second half.
Holy crap. I was trying to figure out where all that 41 come from.
Yeah, because that adds my level to the undead and evil outsiders and evil dragons. And then only does it on the first actual damage.
Yeah, cool.
Gruga will quaff a potion of shield. I mean, not a potion of shield, I'm sorry. Cast a spell, shield.
And Anna, you are up.
I was just looking at my inventory and I noticed that I have some holy water. Could I dip some arrows in the holy water and shoot that at the horseman? See if it'll work. Or would that make any difference at all?
Let's see. Holy water does damage undead creatures and evil outsiders, almost as if it was acid. Now, it can be thrown as a splash weapon, which is a ranged touch attack.
Right. Yeah, I was just but I know probably too far away to throw the water at him. I was thinking maybe I could the arrowheads in the water. Would that not work?
Honestly, I'd say it'd have to be more holy water to really do some damage.
Okay, never mind then. I'll just go with the arrows again.
He'd probably need like holy oil or something like that, because the water probably wouldn't seep
Yeah,
into
that
there.
makes sense.
Oh shit, you made up for that
Good.
first round.
Yeah.
Do you remember how to apply the damage?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, how do I do that again?
Uh,
On the
go to
damage
your
button?
actions tab. Yep.
It, I have to roll it more than once, I'm sure I'd rather do it all at.
You got 2 hits, so you need to roll it twice, and you're aiming for you hit the horseman. So I'll apply the damage to the horseman. Wow, my horseman ain't looking so good.
Forgot, I was thinking I would do the damage on amount of things.
No, unfortunately, you gotta drag it. And let's see.
Or if you control left click on the nightmare or the horseman, it will automatically target him. So when you roll damage, it'll do that damage to him.
And the nightmare and the horseman. Shit. Yeah, they're going to ride north, so you all will get your attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
Fucker.
I'll roll your damage anyways.
I don't know why it rolled twice, but oh, confirmed my crit. Never mind.
Yeah, just if you roll your damage now that's confirmed, it should automatically do the crit for you.
I'm pissed.
Sorry.
uh,
I got a
ye-
feeling I'm dying soon.
yeah, you probably are.
Who's dying?
Oh, I should have retreated 1 round sooner.
You know, not to help the DM or anything, but you could have did a withdrawal move, which doesn't provoke attack of opportunities. That's all you can do is move.
Yeah. Uh, well, you still have the nightmare, which you don't know what it's going to do yet.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't use Smite Evil on it right now. That only affects one target.
So the horseman's dead, right?
The head, yeah, Horseman's dead yet.
Yeah, it's just the nightmare that's left.
Did we get hasted?
So, how is the nightmare behaving? Uh, like it's going to attack us or run away or what?
There's only a couple of members who were previously in the party got hasted.
I forgot I was hasted, because that means I had 4 attacks.
Ha ha ha, I'm kind of glad.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Searing Light on it.
You're casting what on it?
Searing Light.
Oh, Searing Light?
Okay.
Say that.
Seems like I can find it in my sheet here. I'm only seeing my 0 and first level spells for some reason.
Uh, down at the
Oh, there we
Okay.
go.
Oh, yes. After this round of combat, we'll have a discussion about prepared and casting on your sheet.
Yeah, I was just saying I have 0 prepared. Which is not right.
Oh, yeah, because you have the modes. You can change to the prepare mode and prepare what spells you want to cast for the day. Then you change it over to combat. You just hit the display to action, and we'll show the buttons off the side of it, so you don't have to click on the hourglass.
Then I think I'm gonna move up.
Is there any possibility we could capture the nightmare instead of killing it?
You can try.
Doesn't sound like it's likely to succeed, though.
Probably not.
You also need abilities to train it.
Okay.
Okay, Darius is gonna flee in terror. And when I think about it, I'm gonna change him to 125 wounds. And I'm going to add the headless effect. Teach you to miss a game.
Wait,
Yeah, moving up
is
there.
that a joke or is he cursed?
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
Oh, okay, I'm like, wow, holy crap.
Okay, I'm moving up, and I'm just going to swing it at once. Wow. Oh, yeah, it is a horse. That's my turn.
Well, it's not gonna take much to kill it, that's for sure.
Is there a reason we want to destroy this thing?
It's evil.
Yeah.
Kruka casts a spell and holds it and moves up to attack.
a lot of dice.
She tasers the thing out of its misery.
Yeah, I know who's going to be number 2 now. Okay, you have effectively defeated the Headless Horseman and the Nightmare.
I'm going to search the Headless Horseman's body for any information.
And let me find that story entry.
Was he holding his head?
No, but he, on the side of the Nightmare, you do see a rather large bag, and on the side of the inside the bag are several heads that he has collected.
Nice.
And
What kind of knowledge do we need to know what the hell's going on with these heads?
give me just a second. You do find a rather curious coin medallion. And it does have one of the symbols of the Whispering Way, but
Seems like they've got a hit on us.
let's see. It bears an engraved skull with 2 gray burned out ion stones for eyes. You see small openings lining the coin's outer edge. You're able to turn the inside of it, where the skull is, kind of like a watch bezel, and it's got all these different runes on them. And does anyone have detect magic?
I think Dares does, but he's not here.
Darius is able to detect a aura of strong necromancy, but he is. You're getting the same thing. However, right now you really can't tell what it is good for.
Would spellcraft help, or any kind of knowledge?
No, but out of character, it is something that you can research shortly.
Okay.
So, by now a little bit of crowd is gathered around and is wondering what's going on. And Damon, would you like to describe yourself to the party?
Yeah, I'm wearing a plate mail. Got blonde, short hair, blue eyes. I wield a giant great sword. It's got a weird discolor because it's made of cold iron. I'm pretty much all around decent looking guy.
Gruka, would you like to go next?
Gruka is a relatively tall and intimidating half-orc female. Her hand was glowing when she was casting a spell, and it seems like whatever she was casting went right through her sword into the nightmare. And she's got a gruff voice like this. And yeah, physically that's about it.
Anna?
Okay, well, my character, about 5'7", 9, I believe. And she's wearing breastplates. And other than that, black clothes, has several weapons, and she looks roughly like the picture on my icon.
Okay, Kyrus?
Kirsten, he's also blonde hair, blue eye human, wearing a mithril breastplate, and a scimitar has a symbol of Serenre engraved close to the hilt, as it's a holy weapon. And when he cast Searing Light, he actually just kind of outstretched his hand, his left hand, and there's a symbol, the holy symbol of Serenre is tattooed on the palm of his hand, and that's where he shot the Searing Light from.
Yeah, cool. And Darius is our alchemist.
Who apparently has wings.
Should we be healing him?
Okay, and um, Damon, you know that you're there tracking down the Whispering Way, and you know Mayor Greedle suggested that you meet with the Esoteric Order of the Palatine Eye. And maybe you can seek their assistance in locating where the Whispering may be located at in Calaphas. Um,
And maybe they can help us identify the skull.
Did Darius get completely feared and ran off that his PC character fell off Fantasy Grounds?
Oh no, his PC character will just show up in the combat tracker, but it won't actually show up in the top because he's not actually logged in.
Oh, is he away this week?
yeah.
He's on
Oh, I
he's
see.
on vacation.
Got it.
And let's see. Well, Darius made that knowledge roll without even rolling.
Hey, he knows most of the information because he's been playing longer than I have.
Absolutely. He would know that in a town this size that the order would likely have a cathedral or a meeting hall, and he knows that they're quite likely the only organization that has detailed excuse me there. That it's likely the only organization with enough detailed records and knowledge of ancient Yusilov to help you all in deciphering the clues that you found. You know, the Carrion crown poem, the Raven's Head mace, and quite even possibly the medallion that you have found. And he knows that the chapel and the chapel there would contain a well-stocked collection of obscure lore known as the esoteric vaults. So the first, it's getting late. You probably should arrange for lodging for the night. What do you want to do with the heads in the bag?
Try to find out. Talk to Dara, see if you can find out whether these things are cursed. If we can break the curse for these souls, or whether we should just step on all of them and crack all the heads.
Are they just skulls now, or are they actual heads?
Yeah, they're actual heads, and relatively fresh.
Maybe we should find out if anybody's recently been found decapitated.
Does Darius recognize any of them? Because I think he's been in this town previously, hasn't
No, he has not.
Or is this town relatively big that we can find, say, a temple or something, and see if they can they want to deal with it?
Yeah, you'd say there was a temple here, right?
Yeah. This city has a population of about 145,000 people. So,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, you
Temples of all gods.
can find just about anything and multiple versions of those gods.
Okay.
Maybe some. We'll find some like good, good aligned temples that see if they can make sense of this or know something, or they can break curses or whatever they want to do with it.
Well,
Yeah.
more and more townspeople are gathering, and eventually the city watch shows up,
he?
and
The headless horseman's still there, right? He didn't vanish on us.
correct, he is there,
And the nightmare.
and the nightmare, um, and one particular city watch individual, you can tell that he's in charge, and he's the captain, and he comes over, and he's in ill humor, to say the least.
I'm using my detect evil on him as he approaches just to make sure.
And you are not detecting any evil coming from this individual. And, he wants to know what the hell's going on. Why is there a headless guy in his street? And,
Well, when we entered into town, good sir, we were accosted by this headless horseman guy riding his nightmare, demanding items from us.
He meant to rob us.
Yeah, and proceeded to attack us, so we dealt with him.
And his horse.
and you're all just arriving in town, you say.
Yep. And when he fell and we searched his body, we found this bag on him, and I show him the bag.
Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah. He yells at one of the guards to come over and motions for him to take the bag. And yeah, we'll get that taken care of. And if you're just coming into town, where are you coming from?
Ilmarsh, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, we just entered in from Ilmarsh.
Oh man, that's a smelly place.
Yeah, fishy as hell. Weird customs you don't want to know.
And what brings you here?
And several of them don't know make heads or tails with themselves.
And why are you in our fine city?
Oh Christ! Should we? This is other character. Should we tell him why we're here, or?
I think generally, unless we have a good reason, it's better to not volunteer too much information.
I think you can give them the preliminary, in terms of like we're seeking evil and trying to stamp out this cult or whatever.
Yeah, I'll say that we've been having run-ins since Darius isn't here. I know the second most about the Whisper, which ain't a lot because I joined last book. So I'll
They
give
seem
him.
to want to bring their gods here and destroy this place, and we kind of like it.
Yeah, I'll go to him that we have been. My friend Darius, I joined up with him later, has been having run-ins with a cult called the Cult of the Whispering Way, trying to resurrect a Whisper Tyrant or something like that. We seem to run into them everywhere we go, so we decided to maybe stamp them out so they can stop attacking us.
We think this is a hitman they put on us. She points at the headless horseman.
Huh. And this horseman did not have a head to begin with?
No. He was riding a flaming nightmare and sword demanding our items. I guess he thought we had something of his.
Yeah, and what did he think you had?
Oh, Christ, I'm a paladin. I can't lie here. I said, well, when we were helping the good people of Omarsh, we came across this mace that we found in an underwater city. And the guy wanted this because it's a part of their ritual to bring back their whispered tyrant.
We think these are the things that they need to bring back the evil that we're trying to prevent.
You know, the sheriff, the captain just looks at you and goes, Underwater City?
Yeah, like I said, Ilmarsh,
Have you been drinking?
not nearly enough.
Well, guys, I can't really, this is something strange that's happening in my city. Where are you guys staying at?
Well, we just
Actually,
arrived.
we're asking a recommendation. What's a good place for a bunch of adventurers like us?
Somewhere that I can keep a good eye on you.
Sounds good.
And we'll ask him. Oh, Christ. We'll ask him about the vault place. I forgot the name, sorry. The domino thing?
Yeah, the vaults are, it's the esoteric vaults, and it is the esoteric order of the Palatine Eye who you're searching for.
Yeah.
And I feel sure you would have dropped that in the conversation.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. I would have told him that. That's the main reason why we're here.
And, with that, he lightens up just a little bit, and he still doesn't know what to think about your underwater city and everything else, but
I point to my helmet of underwater action. Or whatever it was called.
And that's what it reads. The stats pops up as you press the button.
I can't remember what the hell it was called now. Oh, yeah. Helmet of underwater action.
Yeah.
Sorry about that,
Your
guys.
hand here. Hover your hand here. The stats will pop.
Oh, no, the bubble would. I'm pretty sure an air bubble would pop around my head if I activated.
He's like, you all don't leave town without me knowing it. And I'm going to have some of my guards take you to an inn where you can find lodging for the night.
Okay,
Oh, good.
and
Maybe they can assist us if another one of these headless try to get us.
I hope there's no more headless people in my town. I have enough to deal with already.
trust me, my friend, you have no idea the shit I've seen.
And he's like, well, I'm going to have my guards take you, and we will be in touch. I'm sure we will be talking again.
If we need to get a hold of you before that, will the guards be following us around? Could we ask them, or can you give us direction to where we'd be able to find you on a regular basis?
He tells you where you can find him in the city.
And as he leaves, I'll just tell him a samurai be with him. Since I'm a paladin of samurai.
He's just shaking his head. Underwater city, headless horseman. What is this town coming to?
Should be happy to tell him about the guppy.
Okay.
Walking away, I'm gonna use two instances in my lay on hands to heal everybody. Channel some healing.
Okay.
See you around, good sir. May you see the way of Gorum.
And,
Muchas gracias, fellow Seren, right?
you know,
Mhm.
they take you to the tavern on the green, and you know it's a nice, quaint little place. And the guards, they show you right up to the front door.
I said, well, thank you. Would you like a drink or something while we're in here? You can come on in and join us.
We're on duty.
Okay. Would you
Uh,
like a? I can bring you out some food you can eat while you're on duty.
no, we're good. We're good. Thank you, though. And you can see them across the street, and just kind of kick back and get comfortable, leaning up against the building, and you know, you can tell that they're there to definitely watch you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll enter in because I'm really hungry.
Welcome, travelers. Come on in. Grab a seat.
I'm hungry enough to eat a horse.
A flaming horse.
I think that was well done.
Well, we're one step ahead of the game.
I guess we're headed the right direction.
Oh God.
All right, don't beat a dead horse.
Oh, too funny. Um, but you all settle in for the night. They do have rooms available for you all, and the food is surprisingly good.
Well, I'll buy around. I'll pay for the food for the five of us and our new companions. We sit around, get to know each other, and rent rooms. Unless the city guard's covering the rooms.
No, but they're still outside watching you all.
Well, let's break wind together. Wait, is it bread or wind? Break.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give you an overnight rest. And Brian, since I just gave an overnight rest, now is a good time to go to your Actions tab and prepare all your spells.
What you want to do is see if you can open up the modules and use Farnaby's because those spells have effects in them already.
Yeah, they're dropped them all in from Barnaby's.
Unfortunately, Farnaby only goes up to like level 4, though.
You no kidding.
And where's that at?
Uh, to find Barnaby's spellbook, if you go to the library, and then you got to click the modules button, and then just scroll or search for Farnaby's, and then click the load button. It's about a quarter of the ways down.
I am not seeing modules. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, when you have the library open, you got buttons, 4 buttons across the top says GM, play, PC, create PC, all. If you have too many buttons, you can hit play. It'll give you the minimum amount of buttons would be on your right side.
Yeah, I think I got it loaded.
Yeah, once you get the spells in, also, I'm not sure how familiar you are with adjusting them, but you need to adjust the rounds or minutes for each spell.
Well, for Farnaby, some of them do it automatically.
I don't think the rounds are in. You have to because each caster is based on different ability scores. So you have to like choose those and put the numbers in or something. We'll show you how to do it if you're not familiar.
I'm trying to find where I prepare them at.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, if you go to your character sheet, actions,
Yes, sir.
if you click your mode, change it to preparation.
At the very bottom.
Oh, okay, I see.
And then just click the circles to prepare the ones that you want. And then during the game, as you click them off, when you get an overnight rest, it will reset your counts for you.
Yeah, if you built your character manually, you'll have to adjust how many spells you have per level too.
Do I have to do anything for mine, or am I good?
No, you're good, Anna. Yeah, it's been a while since I built a character off the Pathfinder rule set that I didn't know it had a lot of the integration now.
Well, especially if you have the full rule books.
I'm kind of holding off on buying them for a little while.
Yeah, because if you have the core rule book, it kind of works just like the 5e rule book does for making characters. But unfortunately, there's so much information and pictures in the core rule book. They faithfully translated it, also had problems with crashing people.
Yeah, hence the recompile to the 64-bit version. Which looks like it's still several months away.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have settled in for the night, got a full rest and whatnot. And let's see. Okay. The next morning, you can hear a lot of commotion coming from the common room of your inn. And there's a lot of excited voices, and you're not really sure what's going on right now.
Does it sound like anything's coming towards our rooms?
No, it doesn't sound like a battle or anything, just a lot of excited people.
Alright, Gurkha's gonna get dressed and go see what's up.
Yeah, do we have enough time to get armor on and all that shit?
Yeah, you sure do.
Yeah, I'd pretty much do the same thing.
Okay, after you all get ready, you come down into the common room and you can see that there's a lot of people talking back and forth. Some of them appear to be nervous. Others are just like in shock. And, asking them what's going on. You've learned that Caliphus has been plagued by a series of mysterious murders of late. Bodies have been turning up on the city streets, drained of all their fluids, and in the morning they dissolve into ash. And apparently they are, the town crier is reporting one that just happened a couple of blocks from us.
Oh, that's not good. Would I recognize what she's talking about by the description? Or have you hint of what it might be?
Um,
Would knowledge religion help with any of that?
Darius, what are they talking about?
Or heal?
um, you know, dissolving to ash in the morning, might trigger some recollection of vampires, but this is really not enough to go on.
Okay.
But yeah, they're talking about like it was just 2 streets down.
Gruka looks at the
I'd like to go investigate one of the murder scenes if possible.
Yeah, I'll go with you. I can't do much. I won't be much help there, but I'll stand guard. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna have guards following us when we go.
Okay, they give you directions to where it supposedly happened, and off you go. And you have no problem. You're just pretty much following the crowd. And you come to you see an alleyway between 2 buildings, and there are several of the city guards and so forth, and a crowd of onlookers. And as you move through the crowd to get a better look, you can see that there is a headless body laying on its stomach between the 2 buildings. And you recognize the captain that you met last night.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, and he kind of notices you, and he's like, "What are you all doing here? Did you have anything to do with this?"
Oh, wait for a second. I thought you said the headless body was him.
No.
No, we were in the
Yeah,
inn that
I
you
was like,
guys.
oh, snap.
We were in the inn you guys escorted us to. We just heard these rumors and decided to come take a look.
Yeah, you can check with your guards. We've been sleeping pretty soundly.
One of them comes over and says, "Yes, sir, boss. We didn't see him leave until you hollered for us to come down here. As far as we know, they've been at the inn all night."
Could take a closer look.
Don't get too close, and you can watch, but just don't interfere. And
Lifts the crime scene tape and crosses under.
Captain, you should let us through. I'm well versed in matters of the body, and could be quite of use to your investigation if you would just allow me to take a look. And that's a 31 on my diplomacy.
And he's like, "Okay, but I'm going to go over with you." And as you are walking over, he tells you that we've been able to determine that the body actually fell from the roof, and up on the roof, we found 2 large piles of ash in the shape of humanoid figures. And, they were lying curiously stretched out in the morning sun, and there was a sharp wooden stake buried in each pile of the ash.
Okay.
And, we've had quite a few of these. We're finding the bodies, and they're drained of all the fluids, and then when it hits the sunlight, they turn to ash supposedly. And
So someone's up on the roof impaling these things. Through the heart.
well, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking it's vampires, and as he's saying this, you see two guys come over, and the body that's on the ground, it's in the shade, and they're throwing it on a stretcher, and he's like, I know what you're thinking. It's vampires, but it's got to be a hoax because we haven't had vampires here in centuries. And no sooner does he say that, and the two guards step out into the sunlight, and the body just instantly catches flames and turns to ash, and everybody's gasping and in shock, and what the hell's going on?
Good Gorham.
Yeah, I'd say those are vampires, all right.
And he's like, it's got to be a hoax. It's got to be a hoax.
Do you know of any way to hoax that? I've never seen anybody turn into ash that wasn't a vampire.
Have you ever seen a vampire?
Well, I'm
No.
not sure. I just started playing this character.
No, you haven't.
No, I know I haven't. I may have read about him when I was studying to become a paladin of Serenade, but I don't know much.
But I figure a 12th level fighter should have a pretty good amount of experience. Might have seen a vampire.
Well, after the werewolves, you probably believe in them, Damon.
Well, I'd like to detect undead and concentrate with it for a few rounds. That'll let me get any lingering auras depending on the hit dice of what they were.
Um, let's see.
Depending on the hit dice, could have a lingering aura. If it's an 11 or higher, D6 days, 5 to 10, D6 times 10 minutes, 2 to 4, D6 minutes, 1 to 1 or D6 rounds.
You spend a little time, and you are able to tell that it was an undead at one point in time. Now it's just undead ash.
These beings were of the undead at one point before they are burst into flames.
Are you going to share that with the sheriff?
No. I quietly whisper it to the paladin and Anna and Gruka.
I think we should let him know.
Yeah, and let's Abu whisper into it. We should let him know because forearmed with knowledge is better for them to prepare.
Okay, I don't really trust this guy, but I'll go by your guys' recommendations, and I'll let the sheriff know, or captain, or whatever.
You had to misread it. It can't be vampires. We haven't had vampires in centuries.
Well, let's assume that.
Then you're about due for them, aren't you?
Let's assume that there isn't, and we'll investigate. We'll go see what's going on. We'll look around and make sure that it isn't.
Well, guys, I gotta say, these murders really are none of your concern, and you probably need to mind your own business and do what you came to town to do.
As you wish.
And he has a couple of the city guards start to usher you off.
We may want to, if we're going to be running into vampires and stuff, we may want to research on what type of weapons we should be using against them.
And you could probably answer that question at the esoteric vaults.
That's what I was thinking.
And shall we try to find the Order of the Palatine Eye?
Yeah. I'm down for that.
Okay, yeah, it's easy enough to grab anybody, and they give you decent directions on how to find it. And let's see.
I was just gonna spend some coins on an Uber to take us there quicker.
I will be right back. I gotta take my dog out real quick. I'll be
Okay.
back in about 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, not a problem.
Police in role-playing games can be so inconvenient.
What was that?
I said police in role-playing games can be so inconvenient.
Well, they're just trying to do their job.
Yeah.
And all he knows about us is we say we killed the Headless Horseman.
Yeah, and we're a bunch of strangers into
Yeah.
town. We've been nosy.
Right.
And deadly.
Yeah, he's gotta keep up the whole thing that he's the boss around here.
And guys, while he's walking his dog, do you mind if we take 5 here?
Yeah,
No,
okay.
not at all.
All right, we'll see you in a minute.
because I don't have any type of freedom of movement.
You probably don't have any light weapons, do you?
Well, I have the Raven-headed mace now. Yeah, before all I had was a great sword and an Earthbreaker. Because I'm still fairly new to Pathfinder myself, so I didn't know you needed on you. You can only use one-handed when you're being grappled.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yep.
Okay. You find out. The Palatine, or the Esoteric Order of the Palatine I, they meet at the Harrowday Theater on Constant Street. And you find out
What street is it?
sorry, I lost it there. On Constance Street.
So it's always there?
Yes, it sure is. And, sorry, that's Mod, not Mouse. Mr. Mod is the, he is currently the master of the order here in town.
Mr. Mod.
Yes.
Okay.
Ejurius Mod? Why can't they ever have names like Bob and Jim and Frank?
Yeah, I always said if I ever wrote a book, I would just pick names out of the phone book.
That would be a great way of doing it. The first time I read The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, it was so hard to keep track of what's a place, what's an elf.
Well, was it? I did Out of the Abyss in 5e. Rob ran it. I felt sorry for him because the names, because it was all in the Underdark with Dark Elves and Illithids and. My God, these names he had to try to pronounce were just insanely stupid.
I noticed, I don't know about the other books, but Tomb of Annihilation actually has a pronunciation guide, which I thought was great.
Yeah, any fantasy book that has difficult names like that should definitely have some kind of creation guide.
I agree. You're standing in front of the Faraday Theater and so forth now.
Okay. Shall we approach the door?
I'll go.
Okay, yeah, you walk up to the door, and naturally at this time of day, it's closed, but, you don't see any reason why you can't knock.
Uh-huh. I'll bang on the door.
Okay, and a couple of minutes pass, and a gentleman appears at the door and says, can I help you?
We've come in search of information and knowledge. And we were told that this would be a good place for some research.
Ah, who told you that?
Oh my god, I just blanked on the mayor's name.
Mayor Greedle.
Mayor Greedo from Ilmarsh told us that after we helped him with his problems down there.
Huh, can't say I know Mayor Greedle. What is it you're all looking to research?
The Carrion Crown.
Huh,
And this
doesn't ring a bell.
and this medallion. Or whatever it is that we got from the undead guy.
Huh, yeah, it kind of looks old to me, man. He's not being really helpful. And the Carrion Crown, never heard of it.
Well, I read him the poem then.
At this point, we'll let Darius step up, and Darius with his silver tongue, talks about the story from the beginning, and yeah, you weren't with us during the trial of the beast, were you?
No, I just started in the last book.
Okay, in Trial of the Beast, they had to clear Frankenstein's monster of murders or prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that he was guilty. And one of the judges through the back channel was a member of the Order of the Palatine Eye. And Darius would mention that. And, the guy's like, yeah, I know Judge Daramir, and um, there's no one here for you to talk to, but hold on, I'll be right back. And, he shuts the door, and he's gone for, 5, 7, 8 minutes. And he comes back, and he's like, sorry it took so long. And he hands you an invitation. And he's like, one of the order's we have these social functions, and we're actually having one here tomorrow. And that would be a good time for you to come and talk to the powers that be about, continuing your research.
Okay.
That's well,
Is there a library in the city we can go to first for any immediate research? Since we're gonna have to wait.
Uh, that's a good question.
It's because after all that information, after all the stuff we found out this morning, I want to be prepared if we have to run into vampires. If that's what it is.
I think we can be pretty sure that's what it is.
Yes, give me just a second. And on that map, you are at number 3.
The Quarterfax Archives, probably.
Jeez, I'm having the hardest time finding number 3.
It's underneath the P on the map.
The P was a token.
P for party. And let's see.
I think it's number 12, but I could be wrong.
And that's the Quarterfax archives. Let's see what it has to say about the Quarterfax archives.
Oh, that's interesting, number 23. Knew there was a connection somewhere.
Um, yeah, but
Yeah.
the Quarterfax archives is a collection of hundreds of thousands of relics, rarities, curiosities, and documents that make up the Royal Collection of Usulov.
So something we can't get into.
Yeah, very few are allowed access, typically only those of noble lineage, whose families have made significant donations.
Well, I look at them, try to be as diplomatic and nice as I can be possible. Do you mind if I just ask you a few questions? Maybe you can help us out. Because we've ran into a headless horseman and a nightmare on the way into town last night.
Sir, truly, you really need to speak with the powers that be. I'm not at liberty to truly discuss anything. I gave you an invitation to the social event because of Judge Daramir.
Okay.
Alright, looks like we can't speed up this process.
And for the hell of it, I'm gonna do detect evil on her.
And you are not detecting evil on him.
Because ever since the last time we're in, I'm pretty much gonna be doing that a lot.
Well, if there's no limit on how many times you can do it, might as well.
It's an at-will for paladins.
Awesome.
Well, if I'm in combat, it's a move action. But
Okay, shall we just fast forward to the next evening?
yeah, pub crawl, drinking montage. And some weird mention of someone looking for Yelp.
Okay, the next evening, you're standing outside the Heriday Theater, and it's nestled in between several shops. The rough wooden exterior bears the signs of numerous repairs and modifications. And, it truly looks like it has need of many more. You see well-dressed servants standing outside the doors welcoming arriving carriages and turning away people who are looking through the glass windows of what appears to be a large meeting hall. And as you approach, the door guards say, need to see your invitation or go on your way.
Invitation comes out.
Ooh.
I hope that was an invitation.
Oh, that was the paper snapping as you flick it open.
Well, good. You have an invitation, and yes, if you would be so kind, please step inside and wait into the lounge. And let's see. I have a map for this.
Gruka puts on an air, holds up her chin and nose, walks in.
And then just changed up some of my spells as we rested.
No problem at all. Okay, it does have the vaults. And I'm going to share a map of the theater with you. And where is the waiting room?
Looks like it's that.
That would be A1 and A2. Ah, okay. They show you into the lounge area.
Oh, those are like tables and chairs. I thought they were a bunch of like really big turtles.
Well, considering I thought you said turd, thank God.
That's not the same thing.
Yeah, I'll go with third on that one. Put y'all in some squares. Yes, they ask that you wait in here while they finish up the initiation ceremony. They have a new aspirant to the order. And, once it's out, everyone will be coming in here into the lounge and so forth. And as you walk in, there's already a handful of lower ranking acolytes already in the rooms and so forth. And they're talking back and forth over wine and cigars um, and you're all welcome to get some wine. It's the typical little social event. There's the little sandwiches and cheeses and whatnot. And uh, every so often, you can hear chanting coming from the eastern side of the hall, or from the building.
And I make a religion to identify.
No, because they're not actually a religion.
Fair enough.
But it's a typical initiation ceremony that you would expect from, a place like this. And eventually it's over, and um, people start coming out of the gallery and going into the lounge and so forth. And
Pretty much be using detect evil on pretty much anyone who I see.
Okay.
You kill this whole place if they're evil.
No, it's just that I can deal with. I'm just proud to say, right, I can deal with a certain amount of evil, but I'm just trying
You'll
to be on.
all die.
Because you can still find redemption. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not getting caught off guard.
Yeah. Good thing to do.
You don't want people's head exploding.
Yeah, we've had that a few times.
I know. That's awesome.
You see a pudgy middle-aged gentleman walk in the room, and he kind of wears a befuddled expression behind an expensive pair of glasses, and he's smiling and he's laughing really loud, and it's like he's kind of a likable party kind of guy. Um, you see a kind of a stern-looking, aristocratic gentleman uh, come into the room, and he's only talking to certain people, and he's you can tell that he's just kind of unfriendly to begin with. Um, and then you see another imposing, rugged figure coming in. And, he looks like he might be an adventurer. And, just as you're watching him walk around the room, you can tell that he drops hints about, yeah, that happened to me one time out in the bush of wherever. And hey, once I was at the World Wound and I saw this. But those are the three that stand out to you. And the being new, there's no harm in you asking who these people are. And the middle-aged gentleman, Abron, he is actually, you find out, he's the curator of the Quarterfax archives here in town. And the second gentleman is the master of the esoteric order. That is who you are here to truly talk to. And the other one, they just tell you that, he's a, he's just an aristocratic adventurer. But he does have powerful connections in the nation.
Okay.
So, which one do you want to approach first? The master?
The friendly looking guy. Pudgy McPudster.
Pudgy McPudster.
Oh, you said he seemed friendly, so.
Yes, he sure does.
Gruka approached him with a handful of petite sandwiches. A bite?
Oh, yeah, so Yeah, howdy, friends. How are you? And you know, he's a typical jovial party dude. And he's like, I haven't seen you all around here before. What brings you here?
Evil. We're trying to get rid of evil. Well, these sandwiches are good.
Uh, yes, they are good sandwiches.
We come in search of information, and I'm assuming Darius is helping with the knowledge because he knows more than I do.
Yes. I wish I had Darius's notes. I really wish I had Balcott's notes. Man, that dude takes immaculate notes.
Yeah, so I just talked. We come in search of information. Judge so and so. We got my friend here got to know this judge.
Yes, uh, I like the judge. It's been a while since I've seen the old bat, but yeah, I really like her, and you know, what are y'all researching with, or for? And um,
I'm trying to be diplomatic and as decent at this as I can. Just tell him what we came for and what some of the troubles we've run across and maybe try to stop. And what just happened to us recently in town and maybe something we can do to arm ourselves against what's been killing these people. Research more into that.
I'm just wondering about something. He said the old bat. Does that sound like a reference to a vampire?
Oh,
yeah, I meant that.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
No, that was coincidence. She was just a old gray-haired lady.
Oh, okay.
Um, so yes, stamping out evil. You know, there's been a lot of interesting things happening around here, as I'm sure you're aware of, and you know, have you talked to Ajurius about you know, going into the vault?
Not yet. We're just trying to get to know the people before we go bother him. He was the master, right?
Yes.
it seems like we need a little bit more access.
Understand the vaults is pretty good access. No, we've just been making our walk around, trying to get the mood and maybe the best way to approach it, Jurius, so we don't anger him.
Oh, well, you know, I'll make the introduction. And he grabs you and just starts, you know, walking over to where Ajurius is. And, you know, he waits politely for a second or two to get his attention. And once the conversation stops, you know, he steps in. He's like, Ajurius, I'd like to meet you. I'd like for you to meet some new friends of mine. I'm sorry, I didn't get your all's names.
Gruka shoves the rest of the sandwiches in her mouth and puts out her big paw.
Garuka.
And I stick my hand out and shake his hand. Say, Damon Grimm, my paladin of Sarenrae.
Here's Winters. Pleasure to meet you, Lucas.
I am Ajurius Mod. I am the master of the Esoteric Order here in Caliphus, and, you know, I'm quite busy. What can I do for you?
How to approach this situation without causing problems.
Well, listen, we're looking for some information so that we're trying to avert certain evil that might come upon the city. We will make sure that places like this and yourself are safe and protected from these forces. Yeah, that's it.
Pretty much we're trying to stop some post-apocalyptic event, maybe, from what I understand. I've only been in this region with this group for, well, with Darius and Gruka for, well, Darius longer, for a little while. And I came to this region under a vision I received from my god. And we've come across some weird things and strange actions and people, and kept running into some thing called the Cult of the Whispering Way and the Carriage and Crown poem, and Darius knows more about this stuff, but damn, it's weird
Well,
crap.
why should I help you?
Apocalypses tend to be.
Well, we're probably thinking like maybe there's something that you could make use of a group of adventuring folks like us. Perhaps we can trade service.
Oh, you wish to join our order then?
Well, if that's what it takes to learn some information, I'll consider it.
As long as I don't have to denounce my god.
Yeah. Okay, who wants to make a diplomacy roll?
I'll give it a try. Although I'm horrible at these. You want me in the tower or?
In the tower, please.
I have 14.
I have a plus 20.
Good. Is it, can you assist with diplomacy? I can't believe it.
I don't have it.
Um, he's
Wait,
like, well, you know, we can always use adventurers here and there that we can trust, and you said something about the Whispering Way?
yeah. Yeah, I show him the Carriage and Crown poem that we got, and with Darius' help, I relay some of the information, some of the stuff we've come across. And then I'll relay to him about how this headless horseman attacked us as we came into town, demanding the raven-headed mace.
And he's like, and you want access to our library?
I'll research it, so finding a way to stop it, or figure out what their end goal is. I really should go back and watch all the videos you've uploaded.
And
Maybe something about these strange occurrences that have been happening in this city.
tell you what, why don't you make another diplomacy?
Don't fail me now.
He's
Really
like,
bad.
sir, you seem to be a respectable gentleman, and you know, what you have relayed to me gives me great cause for concern. And I will let you have access to the esoteric vaults. However, he looks over at Gruka and he's like, that one has to keep her hands to herself and touch nothing.
All the pastries on her hands.
Gruka faints and said, "Moi?"
What do you mean by that?
And she licks her fingers and smiles broadly.
I shall.
I was hoping we actually have someone who can help. Some of us actually have abilities to research stuff.
I'm a religion.
We can summon the spirit of Darius.
Absolutely. You know, he's just in the bar. He's drunk.
Darius doesn't miss too many games.
Okay, and
Maybe he can lend us a researcher or two.
no, he doesn't have anyone who he can allocate to you all at this time. And if you move down in the map, I unmask a portion of it.
Whoa, slide teleportation.
You come down these descending spiral staircases, and you know it's when you get to I'm sorry. The door at the top of the staircase is made of strong wood. It's iron bound and it's locked with the superior lock. And, you know, they unlock the door and they take you down the stairs into the vault.
Did we see any kind of like gestures that could be casting spell, like say like arcane locks or arcane means of security?
No, you did not.
Okay.
Um, mm-hmm. Now I understand. Okay, as you enter the esoteric vaults, you see piles of statuary, pottery, painting, and art filling the caverns. They're clustered around large wooden crates, barrels, and narrow bookshelves full of ancient musty tomes and only narrow meandering pathways. And um, let's see. Um, and in the room to the east, um, you see a large work table half buried under piles of scrolls and books and clay tablets, and everything's lit by these magical work lights up overhead. And I mean, it's just completely.
A hoarder's nightmare.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or delight.
True.
Our household is really delight in being hoarders.
And let's see.
Are there shelves for books or just stuff?
Uh, Shelves for books and just stuff and
Do we see any markings or like a book of index telling us maybe what we could find and where to look?
yes, you know, it is cluttered, but it is fairly organized. And let's see.
Make maybe a perception to look for anything related to the Whispering Way or anything like that.
Okay, for each let's see. Shall we start with the Whispering Way? Oh, let's just go in order. It's going to take roughly 1 to 6 hours of searching through the scrolls and tomes and records in order to get an answer on each topic. Uh, um, so, let's retcon this.
A while. Glad I brought these.
Gruka pulls out a bunch of more sandwiches from her sack.
Okay. For the Carrion Crown poem, and you might already know this. It's actually a formula for a magical elixir for creating a leech or lich. Um,
That's what we found out. Holy shit!
Yeah, that's huge.
yeah, and it's you can tell from your research that this formula is tied to a specific person. Although you haven't been able to find from the research who that person is.
When you say
Although,
it's tied to a specific person, do you mean that that's a specific trying to become a lich, or what?
on just creating one.
Turning a specific person into a lich, I'm assuming.
Yes. Living or dead. Because now the party would know that, the overall goal with the Whispering Way is to get the ingredients for the Carrion Crown so they can bring back the Whispering Tyrant. Buffoon, however you say it.
Wrinkly old dead dude.
They're trying to make the Whispering Tyrant into a.
And for the Whispering Way, yeah, you learned some more history about the Whispering Way.
Anything of note?
No, pretty much just let's see. Well, which one is that? We'll come back to the Whispering Way here in just a second. So, who's got spellcraft?
Not me. Mine's a minus.
That would be Gruka. Would you like me to roll?
Yes, please. And if anyone has knowledge and or religion, you can roll it as well.
Anyone or just one of us?
Well, I figure you're all researching, so.
I'll hope, but I only got a +3, so.
I think I'm very useful in the library.
Okay, the medallion that you found on the Headless Horseman, you learn that overall it is it's actually keys. It serves as a key to sanctuaries of the Whispering Way. And you turn the skull's head in order to line up with the ruins. And depending upon the combination, depends on what door it opens. Each setting matches symbols inscribed on the object, such as statues, paintings, and doors. Through the spellcraft and it's capable of storing spells as well. And what it does is, it activates powerful wards or programmed images or the release of arcane locks. You are capable of casting message at will, and you can even do a spectral hand and a vampiric touch 3 times a day.
Just by wielding the medallion?
Just by wielding the medallion.
And is it cursed?
Hold on, we're getting there.
Need to spellcraft that.
And in addition, the skull's eyes glow when they're within 60 feet of any undead.
Nice.
Okay.
Spectral hand, is that at will or 3 times a day?
Spectral hand and vampiric touch 3 times per day.
And you can't have a head to use it.
And the person wearing the weapon or wearing the medallion, you get 1 negative level if you are a good creature. And
someone's not wearing that.
the negative level remains in effect as long as you are wearing the medallion.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
And truly, I'm not gonna be a dick. Rules as written say carried. Or who carries the medallion.
But the main thing is if it's carried by a good person, so whoever's not good should carry it.
Yeah, anybody like chaotic neutral or something?
Kruka!
I'm neutral good, but yeah, that still doesn't help me.
Yeah, it's definitely not going into my hands.
Chaotic neutral!
That's good.
Kruka grabs it. Ah, you're in safe hand, my baby.
Aren't you supposed to say precious?
My precious.
My
Slip
precious.
over her neck. Do you have the stats for that I can add to my inventory, or no?
I have an item, but I'll have the stats ready for you next week.
Okay, cool. And does it have a name or just a medallion?
The key to One-Eyed Willie. That sounds an awful lot like the skull.
The
King
moribund symbol. Nice.
Booty trap, booty trap.
And it's in your inventory now. Okay, that was it for the key. Wake
That
up.
couldn't have been a holy avenger.
Right?
And guys, give me just a second. I need to find my other book.
Yeah, it's understandable. I know you had to prepare all this stuff for her since they don't have the books on the Hazy Grounds yet.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they didn't give a lot of the information. Just said, hey, refer to the other books. Okay. Wake of the Watcher.
Oh God.
The exploding heads.
Did we
Oh,
get? I can't remember. Did we get the Lupin heart from the dead Whispering Away guy in the city, underwater city?
did we get what?
I couldn't remember if that when we found that guy from the Whispering Wave. We found the heart too from the vampire, no werewolf guy.
Uh, no, you found the effigy.
Oh yeah.
You were initially chasing 2 riders and you got 1. The Raven's Head mace, and you're Saren Ray, right?
Yeah.
We both
Okay.
are.
Um, you know that, you find out that the Raven's Head mace, it's holy to the faith of Pharasma, and it is endued with the power of all the bishops of Usala. This gold-plated +3 Undane Bane heavy mace has a head fastened from the shapes of 4 ravens' heads. Um, it was the symbol of office for the Bishop of Caliphus until they lost the mace in the battle against the Whispering Tyrant. And a character with the ability to channel positive energy gains the Channel Smite feat while wielding the Raven's Head. In the hands of a cleric of Pharasma, the Raven's Head gains the Disruption quality, and the wielder can use the Channel Smite feature as if she was a cleric of 4 levels higher, and an extra 3 times a day.
Damn it.
Damn, I was waiting for you to say like Fireball 200 D6 or something.
Son of a bitch. I think I chose the wrong god.
Alright, keep that away from the Pharasma clerics.
Still almost as good as my scimitar as far as the bonuses.
Hey, if you want it, you can have it. I trust you.
Man, I
Wow.
already get the Channel Smite feat. I already have that.
Yeah, let's see what you know about the Whispering Way.
It's like I just discovered a level 11. I get a Aura of Justice. Allows me to use 2 of my Smite Evil things. Daily usage to give everyone within 10 feet of me for 1 round. All my the ability to use my Smite Evil.
Very nice.
And I could at least give a page number. So, anyway, the Whispering Way. You know that the origins of the Whispering Way are cloaked in shadows. In fact, the earliest evidence for this philosophy stems from the Age of Darkness. But the followers, their true goal is to rise in power and become a lich. And, necromancers love the Whispering Way. Their secrets are hidden. Okay, it would be nice if, So basically, your evil doomsday cult that want to become undead liches. And, of course, you know that the most powerful one was the Whispering Tyrant. And to this day, the Whispering Way continues to occupy the lands near the Whispering Tyrant's imprisonment in Gallowspire. And many of the Whispering Way view the imprisoned tyrant as a fallen king and seek to release him.
Of course they do.
And let's see, that's effectively going to eat up the next day.
Or several dozen mini sandwiches.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're going back and forth and resting, and hopefully we're not getting ambushed unless they let us sleep down here.
No, I think he said it only took like maybe 6 hours or something like that.
Yeah, it's the middle of the night, and they're used to certain people staying in all hours.
Doing research.
Okay, back to the medallion.
So it says distributed assign item to the party. Is Gruka not on the party? I'm not seeing anything in the party sheet.
Oh, it's because it's been given to her.
Oh, directly to her? Where would I see that?
Oh, you wouldn't. It should be in your inventory sheet. Unless it didn't get assigned to you. Sometimes that happens.
Okay. I just realized I can't spell medallion. There should be an E. But yeah, Gruka, if you look in your inventory on your character sheet, you'll see the...
That's weird. I thought I put that in. I did a physical ad.
I may have beat you to it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, who's got knowledge history or knowledge local?
Nope. I got knowledge, noble, and religion.
I do not.
Summon the spirit
Uh,
of our ally.
I'm not even sure if Darius has it.
Darius Kern, we summon you.
yeah, okay. You're in the library, so you have a bonus to your check, so yes, Darius. Darius truly needed to roll a 20 in order to hit this with his plus 20.
I got
DC 40.
Oh, don't think guidance will help much, but it's worth a try.
Okay. He finds a chronicle of several items that the Whispering Way once kept in the town, including a gargoyle statue reputed to show believers the way to the cult's stronghold in the city.
Okay.
Man, this town is a trove of artifacts.
This is a fairly big town.
You said it shows the location or how to get the path to get to their headquarters or whatever was in the city.
Yeah, it's supposed to show believers how to find the hidden stronghold.
I believe! I believe! Does it show me?
Well, you've got to find the gargoyle.
I'm kidding.
Is there any mention of like who might have it, who might actually have it or anything?
Or where it's set up.
Like a last known location or anything?
Okay, let's make perception rolls.
No, damn it, I was going to say I should have been watching out, but my -2 is not going to help me.
Okay, Kyrus, you notice in the room, as you were going through it earlier, you seem to recall seeing some gargoyle or some statue. And, you go back over and you start searching for it. And half covered by a fallen tapestry, you see this hideous stone gargoyle, crouching upon a solid block. I'm sorry.
Probably higher than what I rolled.
Okay.
Should ask Darius how badly I roll on skill checks.
Oh, didn't mean to move everybody, but anyway. Put you two back over there.
If I get a critical failure on perception, does that mean that I'm blind?
No, you're too busy looking at your toes or something.
You're staring at the floaters in your eyeballs.
Something was very enticing with your toes that you kept your...
Somehow you found a potato in a bookroom.
Okay. Yes, activate. Okay. Half covered by a fallen tapestry, you see this hideous stone gargoyle crouching upon a solid block of rough-hewn black granite. Its wings are lying folded over its back, and their sharp spurs reaching almost to the 10-foot high ceiling. The statue's claws, teeth, and strangely protruding ribs all appear crafted from iron.
Oh, crap.
A carved necklace with a skull-shaped medallion bearing curious runes along its outer edge hang upon the gargoyle's chest.
Where in the room exactly is this?
You guys, I think I found the statue. Hey, Grinko, why don't you bring that medallion over here?
I walk over just to be sure, because does it look like this gargoyle was built in this place or placed here?
Placed.
I got a feeling they're gonna be mad at us.
Hey, is there anybody like nearby that I can try to get their attention?
No, you're in the lower level by yourself.
Anybody's keeping an eye on us?
No, there's
Hey,
no
Grinko,
one.
why don't you bring that medallion over here?
Well, maybe we can get the master of the house an order in here before we do it.
Yeah, we could tell somebody what's going to happen before we do it.
Oh, where's the fun in that?
Well, so we can cover our own ass. Giant brawl in a library. If that's what happens.
Okay. You managed to get the attention, and once again, it's early morning hours, so you are able to find the highest ranking acolyte who has been stuck with guard duty.
Okay.
And in the chain of command, he's like really toward the bottom. And he's like, what do you want me for?
We found something in the vault, and we'd like your headmaster to be here before we try what we're about to try.
Well, do you want me to send and get him out of bed at this hour?
Well, look at the other guys. Do you think we should do it? Because, I mean, if this thing does what we're afraid it may do, he may want to see this in action.
Right, yeah. Seems to be a time limit on it, though. We could do some morning.
Yeah, you do have access to the library for a while. So,
Or is there maybe a safe room that we can move this thing into? Maybe not necessarily have to disturb the headmaster, but
Yeah, do you guys have, like, an empty rooms that you can move things to for experimental studies?
Maybe we should, let this guy in on what's up, what to happen. Tell him that this gargoyle is going to come to life, and we're going to have to kill it.
Well, we don't know if it's coming to life. We just know something might happen because it says it points the way to the stronghold. It may try flying away.
Okay.
But I got a feeling our luck's not going to go that way.
Probably not.
Well, that's a good point. If you think it's going to fly away, let's tie it down.
Good act. You guys have an empty room?
Well, he says probably the procession hall just to the north of you.
All right. If you wouldn't mind, and probably for your safety, leave the room while we do this.
Oh, he's peeking out from. We'll use B for Barney Rubble, the guard.
Or how about red? R for red shirt.
Ooh, that's even better. And, he's kind of peeking around the corner. Just to make sure you guys don't destroy anything. And, And Kruka, you detect magic, don't you?
Yes.
I can as well.
Okay. You all don't have to say it every time, so I'm just going to assume that you're continually casting detect magic when the situation applies.
Okay.
Uh, coming from the statue, you can tell that it's resonating with strong auras of the abrogation. Man, I cannot wait to talk again. And illusion magic.
Oh yay.
And actually, you're all having to push this monster statue. So you're all getting close up looks at it. And you can see that the runes on the medallion that the statue um, has runes on it too that match the ones that are on your device.
On the rings? What device?
On
The
his
medallion.
medallion.
Yeah, on the
Oh,
medallion,
the
it's got an interlocking ring that turns.
All
Is
right.
there any differences at all? Like maybe different colors, something to indicate like what a combination might be or anything?
Well, there's notches, and you can tell that the medallion that's in your hand is it just needs to be turned to match
Okay.
what's.
Well, good thing it's not glowing.
And she starts to turn it.
Please don't put it on self-destruct.
um, okay, you manage to turn it, and you find it to where it matches what's on the statue. And you can see that the little notches in the side of it match up the notches that are on the statue's medallion, like you can insert it like a key.
She places on the statue and inserts it.
Okay, and as you do this, we're going old Star Wars here. A hologram appears, saying, "Save me, help me, Obi-Wan." uh, but you see an aerial representation of ancient Caliphs, and there's a single building highlighted by an unearthly green glow.
Nice.
And
Okay. I'm assuming we have a map and we.
Yeah, can we like
map it
overlay
up?
our map over the and like try to match it up or anything?
yes, and Darius to the rescue again. uh, you all are able to piece together where it's at with your current map, and it is actually the site of the Quarterfax archives.
Oh God.
And
Does it show like a secret entrance or something?
um, and as you're all doing that,
A pit opens.
This message will self-destruct in 30 seconds.
um, as you're looking at the map and looking at the illusion, you see a transparent image of four liches appearing at the cardinal points on the projection of the city. And
Go into initiative with 4 liches.
Actually, it's dictionary.com because I do not know this word.
Also, that the 4 points around the city themselves.
Yes.
Hmm.
See.
Wow. So I got a feeling before you can even get into this place, we'll have to take on each lich. This is out of game. I no clue in game.
No, we just take all the parts that we found, and it'll create like a Voltron thing.
I want the Guyver armor.
What? Okay. Okay. I get it now. You see these four liches appear at the cardinal points, and you can hear these harsh whispers, and they are wanting to know what the fifth tenet of the Whispering Ways methodology is.
Would we have come across that in our travels, or Dares, since he's been at this longer?
No, I don't believe so.
Gruka will quickly browse through the poem, see if there's any clues.
Or the book? Did that book have any information that told us about this gargoyle?
No, you're not. There wouldn't be anything like that. The Whispering Way, being secretive and so forth, most of their traditions were word of mouth. And writing them down would be very rare.
Okay.
But the whispers start getting harsher and harsher, demanding the answer.
Pull a key out. Pull a key out.
Start guessing.
I'm going to say serve the Whispering Tyrant at all costs.
Could we do possibly an intelligence check to recall something?
Or an intuition check?
Yeah, I'm going to think that you would not know the answer.
Okay. I mean, if I was thinking out of game, if at this point we haven't come across something, then it wouldn't happen.
Never buy fish on Wednesday?
I'm just going to pull it out of my ass and say serve the Whispering Tyrant at all costs.
Are we feeling any negative effects from these sounds?
No, you're not.
Maybe we should remove the medallion?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking Gruka would do, is to remove if it gets really loud and maybe wake people up.
I think they're tracing our position.
With your answer, the leeches look at you and say, wrong answer. And they start chanting, and you know the words of magic, so they are beginning to cast a spell.
Unplug, unplug, unplug.
Alright, unplug.
I got a feeling it's too late, though.
Unfortunately, it is too late.
Gruka shoves sandwiches into the thing, see if he can jam it.
I got my sword out.
I pull out my greatsword, prepare for battle.
And
Likewise with my scimitar.
How many actions can we get?
I'll give you enough time to buff up.
Okay.
All right, that sounds bad and good.
Okay. So I say a little prayer to Serenrain and imbue my sword with this celestial spirit of flame.
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith.
And then when you're done, roll for initiative.
And that's about all I can buff myself with.
Yeah, actually, I think maybe I should use my mace instead of my sword.
Oh, for the love of God. You want to hear the saddest thing? Last Saturday, before I died, we had 3 encounters. I rolled 1 every time on initiative. And I'm playing a ranger with a +7 initiative bonus.
Have you ever thought about changing your dice colors?
Oh, I do it
That's
all
the
the
first
time.
thing I would do.
I just wish I could get one with a middle finger on it. It seems more appropriate.
You know, I can't tell if this is on me or not.
What you put on you?
Shield of Faith.
It should show it on your. If you got it on yourself, it should show it. No, you didn't.
No.
Just drag and drop it onto your character. The spell. Because it may not have self-target setup, so you may have to target yourself. Or just drag and drop it onto your character in the combat tracker. Yeah, it's there now. Yeah, if it's a spell you can give to other people, you'd have to target them or just drag and drop that staff on top of their character and combat tracker.
And I went ahead and changed those to self for you. Okay, and I need everyone else to roll initiative.
Kneel before Zod, everybody. I yelled back to the red shirt, you may want to get out of here. Something's coming through. My sword burst into flames.
All right. So anyway, yes, you start pulling the key out. Well, it's spell casting, but the gargoyle continues its spell casting, and you see the magic swirl around in the air and so forth, and
Can I preemptively hit it before it does anything?
I still have the haste effect on myself. You may want to remove that.
No, I just put it on.
Oh, you casted haste on all of us?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because it would end.
Yeah,
when
we
you did
rested.
that. Okay.
and
Sweet.
I'm gonna move Darius out of the way so he's technically not in combat. And Gruka, you see
Double
these
D's?
two bone
Double
devils
Ds.
Ooh.
appear in front.
Alright, she is going to step back 1.
I have a feeling there's more than 2 of these.
You want to lock us down, GM?
Yeah, sure will.
And then cast a spell.
Go get me the fuck out of here.
Oh my god, I wish Darius was here to cast Freedom of Movement on me.
Uh, I wish
Can
Darius was here
Can I
too.
just say something before this starts? Tell the red shirt to go run and get the master of the place.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we'll hear feet running as soon as those double D's pop.
Yeah, he was flying up the stairs.
Alright, or it's D&D. Oh my god, this is gonna hurt.
You know what? Actually, give me 1 second. Let me think about this for a second. I'm going to stand where I am and try to concentrate to get this spell going. So I can make an attack.
Are those actual bone devils?
Yes, they are bone devils.
Woo woo! Alright, and I'm going to deliver an attack with the spell.
Oh.
Or so you thought.
Alright, that was interesting.
Okay.
Hard to work with a 2 and a 3.
Yes, it is.
Welcome to my world.
And, you know, the bone devil is gonna try to sting you. Let's see. Oh, damn it. I missed. And
So tell me how much off are you missing? What's the attack roll?
It's
27.
Wait, 27. Oh, I have protection from evil on, so it should get rid of one of my images. I'm keeping track of the images.
Okay.
I currently have 5 up.
Okay, and let's see. Yeah, this one. We're gonna try to get a sting in as well. And nope.
Ooh.
21 won't get rid of an image.
That's me at 21's on me, so you wouldn't lose any.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was it attacking you?
Yeah. Anna's turn.
Yeah, the second one was. And Anna, you are up.
Alright, now I'm gonna get out my holy water and throw it at this.
Are you ranging next to it? Is that what you're doing?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you ranging next to it?
What do you mean ranging?
You're doing holy water. Oh, on your melee weapon. Is that what you're doing?
Well, I was just gonna throw the holy water at it. I assume that I have to be at least fairly close to be able to do that.
You could have done it from where you were.
Yeah, you could do it where you are. If you're standing
Oh.
next to it, you're gonna provoke if you're throwing things, doing any
Oh,
range
okay.
attacks.
Can I undo that move then?
Yeah, you sure can.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have to.
throwing weapons have a range increment of 10 feet. So
Yeah, so you wouldn't incur any penalty.
How do I throw the holy water at it? Do I?
Oh, did you? I guess did you set up sort of like a thing for it, a weapon for it?
Uh,
Just do your basic range attack
Okay.
plus your. I guess your
So
deck's already built.
I do
into
that
it.
under actions.
In the main, there should be
under
Me-
combat,
Under combat.
it should be right where your base attack bonuses. There's a melee, range, and CMD.
and you have point blank or something.
Right. I see. The base attack bonus.
And
That's
then melee below that, and then range below
Oh.
that.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So you
alright.
would double click on the range die,
Okay.
or drop it on the creature actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
Drag and drop.
there's no blank shot, point blank shot.
That did that work? Did I?
So drag the die into the map onto the creature.
Okay.
There you
Oh,
go.
no.
Oh! I think there's a possibly a splash damage on a miss.
And
Typically, throwing weapons, yeah, there's a splash.
So
and
roll a d8.
That was embarrassing.
It happens all the time.
Oh.
So one is probably closest to you. I'd say this square.
Okay. Yeah, I just
yeah, so he would take
did it
yeah, each
Did it
creature
wait,
within
no,
5 foot takes 1 point of splash damage.
Oh, okay, for holy water, that's it.
Yep.
Woohoo! And that's if you're susceptible to holy water, right?
Yes.
All right. So when you're done, do you know about the combat tracker at the very bottom? There's a yellow arrow. You click on it, it passes your turn.
Oh, okay. Done on my character page or
So
Combat
the combat
tracker.
tracker is the double sword on the top
Oh, okay, I see.
top right icon. You click on it. You should see everybody on it.
Oh yeah, got it.
And then at the there you go.
You can resize that to any shape you want to.
Okay.
All right, Kiris is going to outstretch his left hand and cast Spear of Purity.
And it confirmed.
Let's see, so that would be
Jesus.
Whoa! That is a good roll.
and he needs
Plus-
to make a will save.
Plus critical.
Okay.
You got him in the nads or something, man.
What are all those numbers?
That's all the damage he did. Rolling
Since
his
it's
dice.
critical, it's times 2.
Oh, what did you hit it with?
Spear of Purity does D6 damage per caster level against outsiders, and if he fails his will save, he's blinded for a round.
So you got
And he critted on it. So all the green dice are the crit bone rolls.
wow.
Yeah, that's times 2. Normally would do 41.
DC is 18 for the will save.
Okay.
We see this blinding flash of light. Boom!
Anything else you want to do, Kiris?
I think he's waiting for the will save.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he did a 26. Sorry, I'm.
So that's half damage, and he's not blinded.
Oh, so you only took half that 71 damage?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yep,
You,
if he
you should
saved.
you should have in your spell list you should be able to force them to roll it themselves.
Yeah, if that's set up, it would.
And it would
Okay.
have, and if it failed, if it succeeded, it would do the half damage already.
Should I go ahead and do that now?
Nah, he rolled already, failed.
Yeah, you can set it up for next use.
Yeah.
And that was that one. And let's see, that's Spear of Purity.
Yeah, a lot of the spells that have saves on them have the function where you can force the creature to roll its save, and then if it's half damage, if it's set up right, it will do the half damage for you.
Kyrus, if you'll go to your Actions tab, and you're in combat mode, and if you go over to Display, and if you click it, it'll take you to Actions. And besides Spear of Purity, you've got the 4 icons.
Yeah.
Drag and drop the first one over onto the Bone Demon.
Trying to do some window management here. Hold on a second.
And what that did was automatically cast the spell, and it did the range touch attack, and then it went ahead and automatically rolled his will save, which he failed. So when you drag over one of the damage icons, if he failed, it's full damage. If he succeeded, it'll automatically calculate the half damage.
Try to do that now.
Now I'm gonna apply I've already applied the 35 from the first damage. But next time you go to do that, we'll go through it again so you can see how it truly works.
Okay. And then I got to move, and then that should be me.
Okay. And Damon, you're up, sir.
Okay, I'm going to take a 5-foot step to the side here.
AFK for just a second. I'll be right back.
Okay, seeing this shit come in, seeing what summoned it, I'm assuming this stuff is evil as hell. Well, I am smiting evil this thing.
No, you see bone skeletons running around in nature everywhere.
And I'm hasted, so I now have 4 attacks, right?
Yes.
Yep.
How many attacks per round do you get right now?
Depends on your base attack bonus. You're a fighter?
Yeah.
You should have a base of 3 then, and with haste you would have 4 attacks.
Oh,
A 4.
Okay.
A 4th one of.
More attacks then.
Okay, my first attack hit, so the double bonus disappears. And that ends my turn.
Oh my god, we don't have the tumor. What will you do?
Oh, someone mentioned has medic ability, which is good. So GM, a quick question. Would you let me do 1 extra hit from the last round? I forgot about the haste on the first demon there. It's no big deal if we just move along.
Yeah, I'll let you do it, and I'll let Anna do it as well.
Okay, thank you.
I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom.
No problem.
And the first hit would pass my shocking grasp through. So here's the weapon damage.
And don't be getting greedy.
No, I'm not. So that's a weapon damage, and here is the spell damage. So that resolves my last turn, and then for this turn,
Before you go, let's let Anna make her attack.
oh sure.
Alright.
Okay, let's see. You did confirm a critical. And Anna, in your actions tab there, where you're clicking the number of attacks
Yes.
and it's rolling 3 dice, when you need to make just one attack roll, if you'll just click on the plus 16 or the plus 11,
Oh, I see. Okay.
and you can go ahead and apply your critical damage.
Okay.
Hold down your shift key and drop the damage on it.
Okay. Did I do that right?
Yeah, it looks that way.
Yes, you did.
Critical. And if you're all not familiar with it, in the top right hand corner, you've got the plus and minus button, and that will open up the modifiers box.
Oh, yeah.
And like if you need to roll critical damage, just click crit or half damage, or if you're making a ranged touch attack, and it automatically puts those modifiers in for you.
Okay. Alright, and then I have to press on the bottom of that tracker again.
Yeah, Gruka, we were out of turn, so Gruka, you are up on your full round now.
Alright, I'm gonna make another concentration check. Alright, that looks great. And she's going to make a full round attack.
Oh no, not confirmed. Yes.
Alright, so it did not confirm, but I got 2 hits in, and I'm gonna make a third hit. Alright, so I got 3 hits in. Weapon damage 1.
Oh, this thing's got high DR.
Weapon damage 2. Weapon damage 3.
He's still alive.
Alright, they're tough.
Absolutely. And Gruka, I'm sure a bone devil can growl.
You know what? I am going to shift down here. I'm using version 4. She's gonna 5-foot step down here to avoid being flanked.
And Bone Devil number 4 is going to do a full attack, which is a bite, 2 claws, and a sting.
Bring it on, baby! OMG!
Not a one. Oh, son of a.
Alright, so even 24, the highest, does not get rid of an. Actually, the 24 would get rid of an image. So I got 3 left.
Okay. And.
Unfortunately, this is gonna hurt the hell out of me.
You know it's coming.
Ooh, only 2 hits.
Okay, I got a bite and a sting.
I hope your fortitude's good, because I feel some poison coming up.
Yep, let's make a fort save.
You want me to make it?
Yes, please.
Nice.
Whew, man, look at that. Look at that shine and roll.
Naturally, you rolled what was required.
No shit!
Otherwise, someone would have been taking some strength damage.
Oh, dang.
And Anna, you're up. Are you wanting to move up from last time?
Yeah, I'll move up to the spot and then back with my.
Oh, but I didn't confirm.
Yep.
All right.
So you got 2 hits, 3 hits.
Okay.
So just roll your damage 3 times.
Wow.
And you have 1 more attack at your full base value.
Oh, okay. All right. So do I 7, the 12, or the 17?
The first one under attack.
17.
Yeah, your highest number would be what you'd roll.
And that wasn't. Why did that miss? Oh, those were damage rolls. So yes, you did miss.
I did.
And then when you're done, just hit the down arrow on the combat.
I'm going to spread the love around. Do another spear of purity on the other bone demon. 'Cause I feel that the paladin of surrender can finish off this other one.
Here's open.
Oh, and it failed.
So you don't roll damage on that. He had 2
Oh.
attacks?
I miss.
Let's see. You hit him, however, he saved his will save and you failed your concentration check.
Really? Because he's not within.
I probably have reach.
Well, sometimes I cast. Well, that's a caster level check. Does this thing have spell resist?
Let's see. Do-do-do-do. No, it doesn't.
Maybe it's something in the setup? Why is there a caster level check needed?
Oh,
Well,
wait,
sometimes-
wait. Yes, it does have spell resistance.
Okay, there you go.
Alright, so I failed it then, right?
Yes.
Yeah, even though you hit it with the range touch, you failed your caster level. So does that mean the spell fizzled?
Right.
Okay, first thing I'm doing is taking another 5-foot step.
Looks
Right
like
to there.
looks like Anna wants to go right
No,
inside the devil.
I was just I was
Okay.
just trying to figure out how this all works.
That's okay. Give it. It takes a little time. There are some videos on YouTube that will help on the fantasy grounds area. But yeah, once you get used to it, it gets really intuitive.
Yeah.
Okay, so I still got 3 more attacks. I'm going to use my lunge feat, so I can reach that guy from here, which gives me a -2 to my armor. And for the hell of it, I'm using another smitey as a swift action.
Damn it.
Ooh!
Gruka.
Alright, Gruka's gonna make another concentration check. And that does it. And she's going to full round attack. Oh, that's sad. Yay!
And that confirmed.
Woohoo!
Oh, that beautiful bean footage. Damn.
There's only one hit, right? So this is for the crit weapon damage. Damn, it's resisting 10.
Gee, Gruka. I wonder what's gonna happen.
It's squarely focused on Gruka for sure.
Not a damn thing.
Oh man. Another image, so she's down to 2. Which is actually effectively 3.
Oh. Why did it disappear?
Oh, I killed it last round.
Oh, okay.
I re-dead it.
You can't kill what's already dead.
What's dead will never die.
Yeah, so you can move if you want, or if you're using your range, you can just fire from where you are.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay.
And you only get one attack since you moved.
Okay.
So just click the highest number.
That was a good try.
Yeah.
And then the down arrow on the combat tracker.
I know how you feel when I first started playing Fancy Ground about a year ago. It was complicated for me too.
Yeah, it does.
The red rays light smite you where you were standing. I don't know.
By the way, how much damage are we doing to this room?
Well, the only person really throwing major spells. Oh no, 2 people throwing spells, but they're targeting the mobs. Hopefully not much.
Okay.
I play a wizard in another campaign. I have a habit of burning rooms down.
No area effect, so
Damn it.
Oh,
Any
you
sound
succeeded and you
outside
missed.
from somebody coming to check on us?
Well,
doubtful.
this is all happening in 6-second increments. So
Oh, 6 seconds. Okay, yeah.
yeah, 10 rounds is 1 minute. Okay, I'm gonna take a 5-foot step up.
If you do, I'm gonna kill you.
Okay. Let me just make sure. Yeah, negative armor fell on.
Uh,
Please hit, Santa. Give me a hit.
Sunday's game, I told one guy, it's like, if you move up, that dinosaur is gonna eat you. I mean it. And tried my best to bluff him out of moving, and, the dude had 4 hit points left.
Oh. Oh, did it eat him?
No, my monster had 4 hit points left, and he come
Oh.
in and just, oh, you son of a bitch. And you got another one. You might move up and replace Darius on my list of.
Well, I'm a paladin. I'm pretty good against the undead.
Yeah, we just getting plus 41 to a roll. I mean,
Oh, that's only because I'm smiting evil. And I can only do
Right.
that 4 times a day to 4 different individuals.
Okay, we're back in the vaults, and
I look around the room to make sure nothing's too damaged or on fire.
no, there's a little bit of holy water on the floor.
I deactivate into flames on my sword.
And, a couple minutes later, the guard returns with Mr. Mod. What the hell's going on here?
hey Ray, for some reason my castings of my searing light reset, so I'm just gonna use those up real fast.
Okay.
We attempted to divine the location of something, but apparently we do not know the answer. So we were given
However, maybe we should have waited until
penalty
we got
for
that
our
guy to come down here
ignorance.
before we.
You all have summoned devils in my library.
Unfortunately, that wasn't us. While we were researching your library, and being diplomatic here, hopefully, we came across a book that talked about the medallion we found on the head horseman, saying it has abilities to activate hidden structures and glow in hidden areas and unlock magical vaults of the Whispering Way, and it alluded to a gargoyle that points the way to the stronghold within the city limits. And we found one gargoyle in the archives down the rooms to the south there. And instead of using it in that room, we went and got one of your guards, asked for an area that was relatively empty that we could use and maybe even wake you up. So when we do this, someone understands. So when we activated it, a map appeared of the city, and it showed one building directly, which where the stronghold was supposed to be, and then we seen 4 liches at the cardinal points, asking for the 5th tenant of the Whispering Way. When we didn't know it, they sent these devils at us.
You want to make a diplomacy check? Well, I'm grateful that you had enough foresight to move it into a room that wouldn't be overly damaged. And, definitely appreciate you identifying this dangerous artifact that we have.
Yep.
Now get the fuck out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, we didn't even research vampires, damn it.
How big is this gargoyle statuette, or is it a whole big statue?
Yeah, it's really big.
Okay, so there's no way to sneak it out then.
Correct.
When,
Unless we have,
when we were looking at the chronicles of the items, Did we see any other items other than the statue?
No. The statue was the only one that's still there.
I mean, in that chronicle that we found, like, is it like a catalog of items, or is it just a catalog for like items within the vault?
Um, it really what you found is like a deposit slip where
Gotcha.
the Whispering Way has stored a few items at some point in time.
So let me understand something. The liches were asking us to answer something. What would it reveal if we got the right answer?
I don't know if we can know that.
Oh, we don't know that? Okay. So I guess the only thing we can do now is to head towards that building.
Well, when we were looking at the map, did the liches appear in different corners, different areas within the city, or are they just appearing on the map itself?
They were actually on the cardinal points, north, south, east, and west of the map.
Okay. And go to mod. We can leave it 1 second. But do you have a book on what may be undead creatures that suck blood and people try to stake them and they turn to ash and things? I think there's a rash of those running around here. We want to be prepared for that too.
We want to make sure you don't run across them, and perhaps we can take them out. It's a clear and present danger for everyone in town.
You all identified this dangerous artifact for us. Offhand, I don't know of any vampire lore that we might have, but as a thank you, I will get some scholars in here first thing in the morning, and we'll see if we can find anything for you, and we'll let you know.
All right. Thank you very much.
We'll tell him where we're staying if he could forward it, because it doesn't sound like he's welcoming us back in.
And I go to him, I'm sorry for your trouble, sir. We didn't mean to summon these demons. We're just trying to discover it. And then I'll ask him about the archives again. That's what they were called. The Califax archive, or whatever the hell it was?
Yeah, the quarterfax, something like that.
Yeah, the quarterfax, because unfortunately that is what the gargoyle represented as the stronghold of the Whispering Way. And I'm watching him when I say this to see if he reacts to it.
He's a little shocked, but he recovers, saying, Caliphus has been around for a long time, and like any ancient city, we're built on ruins.
Okay, so there could be catacombs underneath that place no one knows about.
Exactly.
Okay.
Sounds like a place that needs some consecrating.
Yeah, we did that to a house in our Rise of the Rune Lords, and then we turned it into an orphanage for kids.
Nice.
Children of the corn.
One of the Facebook groups I'm a member of, guy posted he was playing D&D with his 2 younger daughters, and it's a typical town adventure. There's wolves that are plaguing the town, and his girl's solutions were, hey, they're hungry, let's feed them, let's become friends with the wolf, let's take over the town.
I think I read that post. Yeah, they end up getting like this pack of wolves as like best friends.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Kids can be pretty creative when it comes to sort of problem solving.
When it also comes to just animals.
No kidding.
Well, I bowed to the headmaster and said, if you ever need any help, just call on us. We should be in town for a while.
If you'd like, I can offer my services for a small fee to, help consecrate this artifact here, help prevent it from further, demon summonings.
Truly, I think you all have been enough help, and we'll have our own people take care of that.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like we deserve a little bit of a reward. We did help, discover this, and
I think the information is reward enough, and the stuff we gather for vampires.
Overextend our welcome.
Okay, so he has,
Begins to head for the door.
yeah, he has the guard politely escort you toward the door, and looking.
I gotta know, what would that poison have done to me if it hit?
Strength damage, he said.
Oh yeah.
1d3.
That reduce your strength by 1d3 points.
Yes.
And until you use a lesser restoration spell, I think.
which I have.
And so do I. Okay, we'll head out. I guess we'll go, since we've been researching nonstop and probably stink, we'll probably, head back to the inn. You guys
Okay.
think?
I'm gonna authorize that move just so I can watch it. I love how they slide them around the map instead of just move them.
Oh, she's drunk from all the sandwiches she's eaten.
How do you do that again? I can't remember.
Since you're locked, you just drag and click one square, or how many squares you want, then you pick up again from the square you're at, and you can go at a different angle.
Where are we going?
Okay.
Everybody's having too much fun. Okay, you make it back to the inn and settle in for the remainder of the night. We'll give you an overnight rest. And gentlemen, hate to call it early, but this is a really good stopping point.
Yeah, no problem at all.
I'm good.
Thank you for running.
Absolutely.
And before, one thing I should have said, before we went to bed, I would just use lay on hands on whoever's injured to bring us back up to full.
Everybody's back to full except Darius.
He's got false life on or something.
I'm even gonna put a dead effect on him.
No, put insanity, blinded, death,
Don't worry, I
And-
won't say a
and-
thing to him.
and confusion. Have
my,
a roll confusion roll in the first game.
my strange aeons. Everyone woke up at game one in a fugue state. No memory of who they were, And the fighter 3 times during this game has been in a fugue state. Hey, I know who I am now. Oops, I just lost it. So, gentlemen, we will thank you for a great game, and we will see you all same time next Monday.
All right,
All right.
good night, everybody.
Absolutely.
night.
Have a good night. Thanks for the
User
game.
disconnected
Appreciate it.
from your channel.
Ah,
Was that
glad
fun?
to. Y'all have a great evening.
Thanks. Bye.